Today I'm going to talk about artificial colors and the health risks. Did you know whether it is Fruit Loops that you're eating in the morning or a mouthwash or a toothpaste that you're using, you see there is FDNC, red, yellow, number 5, blue, number 1. All these colors out there, these are synthetic dyes that have been derived from petroleum and that have been studied and that are linked to potential health concerns. And some of the health concerns are not just limited to children having hyperactivity and allergies. There are certain possible carcinogenic effects in some studies. Now, these are FDNC, which means these are GRAS, which means these are generally accepted as safe, but these are safe for a certain amount of time or that particular dosage. Let's say if you're using a toothpaste or a mouthwash for 30 to 60 to 80,000 times in your lifetime, and then you get a diagnosis at age 65, and all of a sudden the diagnosis is such that you're angry and you're upset about it. Do you know one of the causes could be for all the processed foods that you have taken? Some of the artificial dyes could be a small factor contributing to that. Let us go one by one. Number 1, these are unnecessary. These colors that are added to products like cereals, toothpaste, mouthwash are purely for visual appeal. These are only good to your eyes. They are not doing anything. Let's come to the impact on children. For children, no functional benefit. Unless the product is a cosmetic, let's say you're using a lipstick or a teeth whitening product where the purple cancels the yellow and it becomes white. It's a cosmetic product. There is no other reason. There are enough studies where these artificial dyes can contribute to behavioral changes. You know how these kids are becoming so hyperactive, so they become sensitive not just to certain behaviors, they also become sensitive to foods. They get food allergies. Let's talk about toxin buildup. Artificial dyes can stress your liver and kidneys because these are the two organs that are taking care of all the cleaning. Whatever you're taking in with the first pass system, your liver is ensuring that it will not let anything that is not necessarily get absorbed into your body. And kidneys, they'll throw out all the extras from your body into colored pee. What are you doing when you are adding all these colors into your life that are synthetic? You're actually giving them overtime job. So what happens? When you turn 65, they've already done the work as if they were 95. Now you got to go get dialysis or you got to go do other things like liver cleansing and kidney cleansing and all those to keep them active. Why don't you just stop taking all that garbage in, which is just for visual effects? For example, I'm going to give you a very simple example. Back in the day, insulin was administered for every patient who had high sugar results. Their insulin dosage would be administered accordingly. No doctor ever told them, just reduce your carbs, reduce your sugars. That way you reduce your insulin levels. So why do you need something that is unimportant in your body? Do you? I don't think so. Plus, you're causing an environmental hazard. Synthetic dyes can harm environment during production. They can contaminate your waterways, your ecosystem. For example, I'll give you an example of a city in India called Ludhiana. In that city, there were bicycle manufacturers. Back in 40, 50 years ago, huge number of bicycle manufacturers came in. They were doing nickel plating, they were putting all sorts of color paintings. And since there was no enough water disposal systems, all that nickel and color was going into the waterways, around the city, into the earth, seeping into the landfills everywhere. So what happened? 30 years later, today, if you go to Ludhiana, every 4th person is got a diagnosis because all these industries, like they were weaving, making all these sweaters and garments, and they were putting all those dyes in there, and they were taking all the wastewater and just putting it in the waterways around the city. Finally, all those waterways end up into the earth. The food grown out of that earth is bad. The water that is taken out of those wells is bad. So aren't there natural alternatives for colors? Let's say you want colors. Yes, there are, but they're a bit more expensive. Like turmeric is yellow, spirulina is blue, chlorophyll is green, neem is green, beetroot is red. These are natural alternatives that do not compromise your health and are still available to you. So at Guru Nanda, our philosophy is number 1, don't use any colors. Let's say if it is a green color I want to show, I'll make the bottle green or the sticker green. You don't have to put it in your mouth and get that green dye absorbed in. So that has been our philosophy. We've yet to make any colored product with artificial colors. Our toothpaste has slight green color, which is because of neem. We do not add any titanium dioxide to make it look artificially white. The conclusion is, if you want to be the guru of your own wellness, make sure that you start taking care of yourself today. Small little things add up.